here with my littles, and they're going to help me model tips and tools to teach a child how to read. So get your coffee, your coca latte. Wait a minute. I don't even drink those things. Nix the drink. Just get your focus factor on and let's dive in. Shine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it. Hello everyone, Dr. Z here, and I'm really excited about this video because we will be sharing 8 tips and tools for how to teach your child to read. And what are some things to do before using a reading program and then during if you are choosing to Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. My children will be here to model these exciting tools that we'll be using. Be sure to click the description box and to click on the link for free downloads. Once you click, you will be able to access all the free downloads that come in every time through this channel. Check out the end of this video because we'll give a bonus tip on how to teach your child to read. Okay, so tip number 1 for teaching your child to read is to start simple and build. The easiest way to start simple is to read to your child every day as often as possible. It doesn't matter what books, big books, great books, grand books, adventurous books, you name it, just read. All of that is helping for them to hear, you're imitating, you're modeling what reading sounds like. But one of the things we started when my children were about 18 months is we started using this video. Now, I know you're like, really? There's nothing in the sleeve. Well, you know, this video has traveled through each one of my littles, and it just so happened that my youngest really loves to take out the sleeves of the video. So rather than going and buying another one, I said we're going to make it do. So you can see actually the video, the Leapfrog's Letter Factory. And it's a great video for helping develop sounds for your children. Yes, letter recognition, but really sounds are really important because when you're talking about learning to read, it's the sounds that you're blending together. So this video is a great way to do that. You guys remember doing this video? This is what it looks like in the inside. I'm just going to see because my children love to sing. They have not watched this in some time now because they do know their sounds, but I want to see if they remember just from the tune. The A says, the A says, every letter makes a sound. The A says, let's try another letter. The Q says, cool. The Q says, cool. Every letter makes a sound. The Q says, cool. So great little storyline. It helps build the letters. Your child will enjoy it. They will stay engaged in this video. It's just a 30-minute video. You can pop this on literally daily. They're going to learn those sounds. So let's look at another activity that we do to then reinforce sound. Other thing you can do to reinforce sounds is I pick these up. Still has the tag. They were $3. Anything that you find can be a learning tool. So these are little foam numbers and letters, and we use these in the bathtub. And as you can see from the teeth marks, these also served as teething rings. I'm all about the multi-purposes, people. So when my children were learning their sounds, we would take these out, and I would take a letter like this. They would get some time to just play with it in the tub, and then I would say the E says, eh. The E says, they would say, eh. Every letter makes a sound. The E says, eh. So it's just using that same song that they learned from the Leapfrog video, and they would be able to then take that there. And you can use really any letters that you have, homemade letters, cut out letters. So don't feel like you have to go buy something, but you're really just reinforcing the sounds, and you will say it and they will say it. All right, so once you've got your sounds down, I've gotten these cute little blocks. They're like Sesame Street letters, and I think I picked them up at literally a consignment shop. But this is a great interactive way to reinforce the sounds as you're also using that video. So they'll stand up and I say, we're going on a treasure hunt. I'm looking for, and they're going to spend time trying to find the sound, And when they find it, they'll give it to me, and you can tell that these pieces fit together as a jigsaw. So they'll put it to the side, and we're going to help put those letters together and kind of build. You can build a train, you can build, they do all sorts of stuff, castles, towers, so whatever you want to do. But this is just a great way to reinforce the sounds and to see, kind of assess what they know. And you can keep doing it as an activity because it's fun. Okay, let's try one more time. I'm going on a treasure hunt, and I'm looking for Oh, Okay, so you can see it develops a little bit of competition. So one way to do that is I'll say, Sage, I'm going on a treasure hunt, and this time he'll be looking for it. And then another time, like we'll do this one for Savai. Savai, I'm going on a treasure hunt, and I'm looking for d. No. And so she'll get to participate. Okay, so again, we're still talking about starting simple and building from there. After your child is firm on recognizing sounds, you want to move on to helping them blend 2-letter and 3-letter words. And you can start by letting them know that sounds come together to form words. So Savai is going to model how she would do her 2-letter blends, and she would either do this in the book or on the board. And you can find this tool available to you in the description box for a free download. Just click the link under free downloads and you can access this PDF. It will be sent to you. And she would continue and go all through the pages. And as you can see, it breaks down all the different letter patterns that relate to 2-letter blends. So again, you can access this resource in the free downloads below. So for my son, we took a slightly different approach. I have these jumbo bicycle cards. Someone gave it to us as a grab bag gift for some Christmas holiday party. And as I said, I use everything. I believe it's all usable as a teachable and a learning tool. So as you can see, these cards are set up here with the vowels A, E, I, O, U. And when we're talking about blending 2-letter sounds, we're starting with the short vowel sounds, A, E, I, Those are the short letter sounds that we teach first. And we're just using these cards and allowing him to use it in a way that's hands-on. So I tell him to make believe that you are driving and the driver needs to be able to get to the end of the street. Okay, so Sage, go ahead and let us see how you do this. Okay, sit up so we can see it. All right, go ahead. Okay, let's try another letter. What letter you got there?
T.
Okay.
T, A, ta. T, E, T.
Now, E would be your long vowel. What's the short vowel? The E says, the E says, every letter makes a sound. The E says, all right, so do that one again. There's
T, A, ta. T, E, T. T, A, ta. T, A, ta.
all right, you did them both. You did all your vowels. That one was from the other one. But you can go through all the letters and have them to practice. And again, this is to work on 2-letter blends, which is a great way that they have to get used to blending sounds together to form words. You can continue on your own to develop reading skills through starting with consonant, vowel, consonant, which are called CVC words. And they are 3-letter words that are the beginning stages of reading. And so, k, ap, you can do that on your own. And there are so many resources available to you, as I said, that I'll link below. You can make sure that your child has an awareness of the sounds, looking at uppercase and lowercase letter, and realize that whatever program you decide to use, you can also apply these tips. Tip number 2, make reading an adventure. Do you remember what it was like the first time you learned how to ride a bike, or picking up your instrument and learning to play it for the first time, playing or singing or performing in a play? All of these things came with it, the excitement of just discovering and being a part of something for the first time. That's much like reading should be, with all of the challenges that can come with it. It's important that we make it exciting and engaging and interactive for our children. And there are small ways that you can do that. When they're learning their sounds, it's a great way to be weird and be silly. Be that sheep. Put on your talking voice and allow them to see you just being silly and excited about learning, and they'll grab hold of it as well. Tip number 3, set a realistic time for reading. If you're using the Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons program, it's very important that you have dedicated time for actually going through the program. Typically, the program says use 15 to 20 will be dedicated to doing the lesson, and the first 15 minutes is about your pre-planning. Undoubtedly, things will come up, but we'll do what we do. We'll make it work. We'll adjust as needed, but at least have a schedule in place so that your child knows what to look forward to. It keeps a schedule that is consistent, and it also holds us accountable to make sure that we're doing our part. Tip number 4, pre-plan or plan ahead. Planning, if you're using the Teach Your Child to Read program, you want to make sure you understand the parent guide. So between pages 9 through 16 in my edition really goes over what the purpose of the program is, how it's broken down, what the whole funny print and the symbols that you see. It gives you an outline of all of that. And then of course you have the lessons that you do with your child. And on page 17 in particular, this is a pronunciation guide that you will reference throughout the entire program until you really get accustomed to understanding what these different symbols mean. It's almost its own syllabus where it's letting you know what's to come, when is it to come, when do you need to learn it, when do you need to have a full grasp of it. Pre-planning is critical to being able to carry out any reading program, and you want to make sure that you have that time and place to do so. We interrupt this program to bring you a special report that our 5th and final episode of the How to Teach Your Child to Read, Our Reading Journey, Part 5, will culminate next week, Thursday, with an exclusive episode of 4-year-old Sabai turning over a new leaf. Well, she will be turning 5 and wrapping up her program by reading lesson 100 of the Teach Your Child to Read program. Make sure that you click the bell so that you can be notified of this exclusive event. We will now return to your regularly scheduled program. Tip number 5, track your child's daily progress. This is very important because with a program like Teach Your Child to Read 100 Easy Lessons, your child is learning something each and every day, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them to see where they're going and how far they've come. So this was my daughter's tracker, and you can see it has scads of stickers all over it because she has finished the program, and she was able to go to the store, Dollar Tree, and just grab the stickers that she wanted, and that was a way to get her excited about the reading program and to explain it to her. And so every day that she would complete a lesson, she would be the one to actually attach the sticker to the chart. This was also a great tool for being able to reinforce number recognition because we were talking about 1 to 100 and we were working on our numbers, so I could point to a number and it would be a way for her to tell me what number we were working on. Tip number 6. Use affirmations to encourage your child. But an affirmation is simply a declarative statement that your child learns and that they recite about themselves so that they can encourage themselves. We, in the last video, talked about that there will be pitfalls and challenges to your reading program, particularly if you're using this one, and that you may see tears flowing, you may see frustration or places where your child gets stuck. But affirmations are a great way to problem solve and to address the pitfall. So what do we say to encourage ourselves?
I can, I will.
There's 2 simple phrases, I can, I will. You'd be surprised how far that can go when you're in the middle of something and you just need to get a little motivated. Hi, we do daily affirmations as well. And if you're interested in learning more about this and how we create it and use it in our daily homeschool, feel free to leave a message, comment in the comment section below, and we could make that a future video. Tip number 7, celebrate the milestones. So now that you have your tracker, you can see your child's progress. Take moments during this process to say, hey, let's celebrate. Celebrate can be simply going out for a favorite treat. It can be going to the dollar store like my kids do and just spending $1 and thinking that it's $1 million. It can be anything that is exciting and interesting to your child. I've had my village call my child unexpectedly and celebrate them by saying, I know you're on this reading journey. I'm so proud of you finishing lesson 30. I know it might have been a little bit of a hiccup for you, but you got through it. It can be as simple as that. So find ways to celebrate the pivotal places where your child is making progress. I hope you made it to the end with us because I am so excited to give this final bonus tip because I personally think it's the most effective and meaningful way to encourage reading in your life. And that is to make reading a lifestyle and not just a subject. We have a world of infinite knowledge at our fingertips everywhere we go, and we can expose our children to that world in our daily living. When they're with us in the car, having meaningful conversations, talking to them, pointing out things on the road, looking at signs, shapes, having conversations about what's playing or what we did in our day or something we're looking forward to. We're building vocabulary. We're building opportunities for them to communicate and for them to access words and access access knowledge and so many things that they can experience without you making a big to-do about it just because you're going anyway. So take the moments that can seem impatient when we're doing things and we're just ready to get on to the next thing and make them purposeful moments where you can expose your children to the world of literacy. And I love that we can do that with just being who we are. So I hope you have found something in this video useful. Be sure to click the link in the description box below to access your free downloads. Check out our video next week for our final update of helping to teach your child to read. And I wish you all a beautiful day. Ah. Eh. Eh. Ah. Ah. Eh. He does. Eh. Say eh. Ah. Who are you?
I'm smart, I'm strong, I'm brave, I'm wise, I'm good.
Being silly. This is that floor ministry. They being silly. Shiloh, be careful.